What's going on, guys? Your boy Anarchy here, and today we're going to be doing a rank list of all of my montages over the past decade. I just got done watching all of them, and it was very time consuming. But while I was watching them, I ranked them as I watched them. A lot of the older ones are in the lower ranks, obviously. For the longest time, while I was making these montages early on, I was using strictly using Windows Movie Maker, which shout out to Windows Movie Maker for being there in the early days. But that's all I really had as far as editing software when it came to montages, videos, anything. And then I moved on to the editing software in the Xbox One. That eventually became a thing, which was very limited to what you could do in the editing on Xbox One. I just started doing some research, and I jumped into Filmora, Wondership by Wondershare, which is what I currently still use, and I don't see myself not using it anytime soon. I don't see myself using something else anytime soon. But yeah, there's some of the older ones that are kind of in the middle, but the higher ranked ones are in your more recent era of montages. I stated this in my recent video. I know that the montages aren't really a big thing for a lot of you guys, which I understand. But I also stated that it was a staple of my career on YouTube pretty much, and it holds a special place in my heart. I started watching YouTube because of montages. I started making montages because of the montages I was watching that had mind-blowing editing that I could dream of doing. But I try every time to do something cool, something different. But yeah, I hope you guys do enjoy this, and let's get right into the ranking. I would like to say before I start this, the way I'm going to be ranking these is based off of editing, based off of music choice, and based off of the clip value, or just the gameplay value altogether. Like this one, for example, it's at the bottom because it wasn't a good montage. It was my first official montage, but I just wanted you guys to know how I'm going to be ranking these. And there's 26. I'm not going to make you guys sit here and watch the entirety of all of them. We'll only be doing those for like the top 5. But let's get right into it. So, turn the music down a little bit. So, as you guys can already tell, I put this ugly ass like comic book filter on the video, thinking that it was cool or whatever. Back in the day, the clips aren't terrible. What really kills it for me is the music choice, and the ugly filter on the video. Back then when I was making this, like, and also when I make montages, I'll watch them over and over as I'm editing them. But this one just, I don't know why I thought this was a good song choice. I don't know why I thought that it was a good montage. I mean, it's almost 4 minutes of just utter bullshit. So that is why it is at number 26. Moving on. Oh, good old Trick Survival. This is my old name when I was running Tricks Clan. So this is number 25. This is the free-for-all montage, as you can see the name. This one isn't as bad as my first one. This is my second ever montage. So most of the beginning is this black and white. me sniping in free-for-all, which FFA stands for. The clips aren't terrible. The music choices, but the editing style was kind of bad. A lot of my early montages was me just putting clips of like 1, 2, maybe 3 games together. I was like, oh, that was a really cool fast quick scope or whatever. And I thought it was cool. And also back then, how I would get my clips off of Xbox was on Black Ops 2, which is what I'm playing. You could download clips from like the Call of Duty website or something like that. And then I put this ugly ass color filter on, which just cycles through all the colors. Yeah, that's how I did that. And I would download them onto my laptop at the time, and I would throw them into Windows Movie Maker and thought it was the coolest shit ever, which I was wrong. Like I said, this one isn't as bad as the first one. As far as, I mean, the music's a little bit better, the clips are a little bit better. The editing, at least it's not that stupid filter I had on it, but it's still 5.5 minutes of bad. So that's why it's at 25. Here we got FFA Montage 2. So already off the bat, the song's a lot worse than the other two. And when I was watching it about an hour ago, I was like, good God, why did I even think of putting this in the montage? That trick shot was woozy, by the way. Trick spins. Because at the time I couldn't hit a trick shot that saved my life. But from what I remember, like I said, I watched about an hour ago. The clips are decent. The editing isn't really there, other than the cutting, like I just did. Cutting, clips are okay, and then the I think that's what saved this one to be in number 24. Is those two, because the song, if it wasn't for the just like literally no editing besides cutting, and the clip values, this would be in last place at 26, because of the song. Just that alone, honestly. And that being said, I don't think I can listen to it again. It's another 4.5 minutes of trash. Alright, so this one is number 23. I have a list over here on my phone. So this one, it was a lot of clips I wanted to use for a montage with a different name. It was going to be called Isolation. And it was me just hitting clips in custom matches, being alone, Isolation. And I had a song by Alter Bridge called Isolation I was going to use. Which that started the whole me making montage names after like the song title. Because I had a comment from one of my subs saying like, why do you just keep naming it like Free For All Montage and this montage, like give them names. So this one was just called Mini-Tage. And all these clips is a mix of me and Woozy. This, I wish, because I did want to use this song for a different montage. I wish I would have saved it because I like the song a lot. It's called All For You by Roy Woods, Aussie remix. But this one, the song is really good. I like it a lot. I still listen to it to this day. The clips are okay. Like that barrel stuff trick shot was and then the editing, I was kind of fucking around with the transitions on Windows Movie Maker, so I made it a little bit better. But montage, in my opinion, is too short. I mean, it's 2 minutes, but it is what it is. Good old Tricks Anarchy got out of the revival phase. This is obviously before it became the Anarchy I am today, with the different spelling and stuff. When I first made this one, it's called Who Wants Seconds, Leftover Montage. Because these were clips I wanted to use in the Isolation montage when I was going to make it the Isolation montage. I never got around to it. This one came out I think a year or two later after the Montages came out, or maybe the other way around. But the shots in this are pretty good. The song isn't bad. I forget what it's called, but it's not that bad. This is the first montage that I actually got decent clips. I just got a triple feed right there. Decent clips online, which that was a big thing with montages back in the day, and even today, people who still make them, is the big thing with montages is like these trick shots I'm hitting. I hit maybe 2 or 3 online, like with real people. These are all bots in a private game. The only way I could actually hit a trick shot. Which trick shots are very hard. Quick scoping is very hard. It takes a lot of time and practice. Like all these trick shots alone probably took me 30-45 minutes each, maybe an hour. This one specifically took me, I think, 2 hours, and I lost my shit when I hit it. But the editing, I mean, I have the transitions between clips. It's decent. I like the song. And then the clip values is decent. But there's a lot of background behind everything really with this one, and like my name changes and everything, but as far as clip value and everything, like that's why it's at where it's at. Alright, so when I was watching this one back, if I'm being honest, I forgot that I made this. Because before I started watching, I was in order from like first to last. I was counting them, and I forgot that I made this. The Overwatch Play the Game montage. I think my friend Jared actually gave me this idea. Shout out to Jared. Because back then we played the fuck out of this game. Like, every day after work, every day we're off. Literally every day. And when I was watching it, I kind of missed I missed these days, and I missed these days of Overwatch, because I mean Overwatch 2, it's not the same, man. And all these new heroes, it's made the game like I mean, I'd still play it. I mean, I'd play Marvel Rivals over it now, but I have 3 songs in this. I have this All Time Low by John Bellion remix. I have 21 Pilots. I forget what the song is called. It's one of the more popular songs by them at the time. Remix that as well. And then another song, I forget what it's called. But all 3 songs were good. I mean, it was a lengthy, I think 6 minutes. 10 minutes. 10-minute montage. I mean, it's me hitting like 2 or 3 play of the games with every hero in the game. And I noticed, except for May, I didn't get one with May at all, which was weird to me. She was pretty easy to do there. Shout out to my sister who was playing with me there. She just got killed. It was Reinhardt. But yeah, this one, like I was watching, I was like, damn, like I was hitting really good clips. So the clips were good. The editing was okay. I literally just I recorded the excuse me. I recorded the play of the game, like when the thing came up as like me getting play of the game, and with my Elgato, I would record it that way, and I just saved the file. So all I did was I just put the play of the game as the clip, and I would just skip to the next one. But it's a decent montage. It's got good clips, good music, all 3 songs, which I hate admitting for 21 Pilots, especially because I don't like them, but the remix was good. And then the editing, like I said, it was just the cut editing style. Alright. I consider this my first real montage. As far as like series goes. Because a lot of the people that I watched, growing up on YouTube making Call of Duty sniping montages, they had like series. Like you had the Pomage Perfectionist, you had the Catalyst, you had the Phase Team Tages, I forget what they were called. The million subscriber montages, they did the 1, 2, 3, 5, 10 million subscriber montages. The twin brothers, Phase Agony, they had a series. I think it was called Agonize or something like that. Phase Jeff had his. Like everybody who did montages, they had a series. So I wanted to start my own. Me being a big hip hop person, and excuse me, obsessed for whatever reason, obsessed with Rich Homie Quan at the time. He had just released this mixtape called "I Never Stop Going In," and this song I liked a lot, so I used it. And like I said a minute ago, using the song title as the title of the montage, I decided to make this series. So I just hashtagged it GTFOMF, which is get the fuck out of my face. In a lot of my series, even now, like the kind of meaning behind them, even back then, like this one was, excuse me, this one was kind of me showing people that I'm not to be fucked with when it comes to sniping. I don't think, as far as the clips I've seen so far, I really had to fight for a kill. I say that I just had to fight for one. And when I say fight for a kill, I mean like shooting more than one shot. A lot of them were like one-shot kills, didn't really have to fight for it. And it was just me showing my dominance as a sniper. But this one holds a special place in my heart. R.I.P. Rich Homie Quan too. Like I said in the last video, he passed away, I think September, November of last year. They found him in his home dead, but R.I.P. Speaking of series, breaking into the teens, we have episode 2. I took a little bit of a different turn with this one. I think my clips were better in this one. I do personally like the music choice better in this one. I think this is another early one where I hit a feed. Feed is consecutive kills without getting interrupted, for those who don't know. All my fellow COD snipers know exactly what that is. I had very bad luck getting split feeds, which is where you get interrupted by one kill, but you finish off the feed. And most times it was like a 1 split then a 2, or 2 is split then a third, which I had the hardest time getting quads, which that was like the big thing. Like if you put a clip in your montage, it had to be a quad feed or a triple headshot feed. That was like the only exception. The first time I hit a quad feed, I wasn't recording, and I was very upset. So also the first time I hit an online trick shot, and it was just a random trick shot. I hit it, and I was like, damn, I wasn't recording, whatever. But I like the song a lot. The editing was just simple. Your cuts, your transitions. Excuse me, I'm fucking yawning, bro. Like I said, song choice good. Simple cuts and transitions with the edits, and clips are decent. I think I just got a double. But yeah, I mean, not a bad montage. I think I hit a trick shot at the end. I think it was the insta swap with the black hat and the shock charges, and I hit the guy through the train, and that was online. But solid episode. Jumping into more of a recent one, we got continuing with the GTF OMF series. We have episode 4. This one, song choice I liked a lot. It was really aggressive, as were my trick shots, which is this entire episode is just trick shots. I went through different games. Yeah, it was Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3. I went to Advanced Warfare. But, it was too short, is why I put it so high. I could have done more. I just didn't feel like it. I just wanted to get it done and get something out there, published or whatever. So that's on me. The ending trick shot's pretty dope. But like I said, I'm not going to make you guys watch the entirety of these montages, even though this one's a minute and a half. But I'm also going to get copyright striked like a motherfucker for this video. So hope you guys enjoy it. At number 17, we have Flex Season. The first entry of many Fortnite montages on this video. Which I know a lot of you don't really care for, but so the thing with this one was I was meaning for it to be a Christmas montage. Like, I wanted it to be released on Christmas, which I just double checked it wasn't. I released it 4 days after Christmas on the 29th. But and you can see, like, it's the season Fortnite. It's, really snowy, winter time, whatever, and all the skins I wear throughout the whole montage. Fuck my yawning, bro. Literally haven't done shit today. I've been laying in bed watching YouTube. But every time I switch, like, skins or whatever, it's all Christmas themed. Like, I'm literally a Christmas tree right now. The next skin, I'm Buff Santa, and then I'm a snowman, and then I go back to Buff Santa for the last shot. And mind you, people, going forward with these Fortnite montages, the shots. So, like, it's really impossible to get a feed in Fortnite because the sniper is just one shot and you have to reload, and it takes like 10 seconds to reload. But the shots that are, like, really fucking far away, those are so fucking hard to hit. Like, I'm not trying to bullshit and make it seem like these Fortnite montages are, like, worth watching. I mean, in my opinion, they are, because it took a lot of time to get these clips and editing them and everything. Which this is the most edited montage that we've seen so far as everything, like music, clips, editing, like all the shit. But the ones that are far, like hitting opponents that are moving, that are far away, those are hard kills to get, because Fortnite does have bullet drop, if you guys know what that is. And your bullets can move if the wind's blowing. It's got, like, natural effects in the game, so these shots are hard to hit. Yeah, this was when I was first getting into Filmora as far as the editing. That's why, like, you've got the bokeh, like, stuff moving around the screen, and the shaking whenever I hit a shot or something like that. There's Buff Santa. It's also Star Wars season. The guy was using lightsabers. But yeah, I was throwing effects, throwing transitions, throwing everything I could to make it look cool. But yeah, I thought it was a cool little, short montage, but to each his own. And 2 days after, at number 16, we have Ruined. So this was my first of, I think, a few split montages. So it starts off with Fortnite, and then we go into Call of Duty. Which I think I have my first, like, actual victory royale. Yeah, right here. It's my first ever victory royale, like, solos. Shot the rocket, and I got his builds down with my AR and just destroyed him. But I thought it was a cool concept. I called it Ruined because on the what's it called? The thumbnail, it's a picture of Ruin, the character from Call of Duty. And the song that's in the Call of Duty part, I think it's called Ruins or something like that. I forget what it's called. But I thought it was a cool concept and everything. I thought how I transitioned from Fortnite to Call of Duty was pretty cool. There was a thing, an item in the game where you could make like a teleportation, like, rift or whatever. I think it's called Portal Rift or something. But there's also rifts throughout the map where if you jumped in it, you would, like, end up at, like, respawn in the sky, and you would just be able to, like, redeploy somewhere else. Well, when I did that, you guys are about to see, and after that I'll end it. But I jump in it, and then I cut it to black, and I'm now in Black Ops 4's Battle Royale Blackout. So I jump in the rift, Blackout. Now I'm on Blackout as Ruin. But the rest of the video is the Call of Duty side of the montage. As far as the songs, I used WoW by Post Malone for Fortnite, which I thought was suitable, meaning as it's like a kid game. Not saying that Post Malone's a kid artist, he's not, but just the vibe of that song kind of fit the Fortnite feel. But and then I used more of, like, a hard rock / metal song for the Call of Duty side of things, just because it's more violent. It needed that violent feel going into Call of Duty, so that's why I did that. And even a few of my friends were like, that was a cool transition. Thanks for not sticking with Fortnite for a long time. It's like, yeah, I know. Fortnite was kind of gaining its popularity at this time, and this is when I was kind of making a lot of Fortnite videos at this time, just because Black Ops 4 kind of fell off. I think this was one of the last times I played Blackout, just because it was a dog shit version of what Warzone came to be. But, and like talking about all this stuff is just reminiscing times like as a gamer, like going through all these different stages of being a gamer, which is crazy to think about. But yeah, that's your number 16. Going back to the series, the first series I started with episode 3. I kind of teased it at first as a revisit to the first one with the original song, but then as you saw, I cut to the new song, which was Sub Me, not Sub Me In. It's what's it called? It's by Futuristic and Devon Terrell. Hold on, I'm a music nerd. I'll get it. Fuck, I can't think of it. But this one I think is strictly World War II, which I enjoyed a lot. I'm playing War. Nope, there's Black Ops 2. Bodied. That's what the song's called. It's called Bodied. I was singing the chorus in my head. But World War II for a good bit. Black Ops 2 here. I watched this whole thing. I don't remember. I think I did some trick shots in Black Ops 2. I think I'm about hit. Yeah. This one's okay. Not really any editing. I think a lot of the GTF OMF placing is because of what it means to me. And as you can see, I have much of my tricks people with me. There's a lot of us that day. We were just trick shotting when we were still a thing. Shout out to all the tricks guys if you guys are still watching. But I really like the song. I was really fucking with Futuristic at the time, and like I said, it's just the sentiment of the series to me. It's why it was placed higher than even the last one. I mean, the clips were better too, if I'm being honest. Just looking at these and them all being me instead of using other people's clips. But now we revisit everybody's favorite game with Fortnite, with a little bit of a different kind of song that doesn't really fit the Fortnite mold. But I was kind of getting into this kind of music at the time, with the influence of Woozy. I think this band's called Kingdom of Giants, and this montage is called Damaged, and the song is called Damaged Goods. The clips are very good for Fortnite standards. There's a few you'll see where I'm hitting the far ones like I was just talking about there really hard. Like, I mean, that guy's standing still, but that one was still kind of hard to get. That one was hard to get, being in a tree and all. These ones being above people, especially hard. That was another solo one I got. Those, getting them in midair. It's really these far ones, when I'm really, really far away. And the ones that are moving, I remember when I was watching earlier, I sniped the dude out of a plane. Like, he was piloting a plane, and I sniped him out of the plane. I was like, how the fuck did I hit that, bro? Like, that's insane. But I like the song, the edits, the clips were good. This was still when I was experimenting with Filmora and all the transition stuff and the different effects I can put on the clip and stuff like that. As you can see, I was like shaking the screen and whatever. But yeah, this one's pretty good. So this one's called Pop Out. This is number 13. The clips in this one are okay. The song's decent. It's called Pop Out by Lil Yachty and J-Bands. But this was when I first started experimenting with the theatrical side of making a montage. Because I always wanted to make something like this after seeing, I forget what the montage was called, but it was a montage with the Agony Twins, Vay's Agony Twins, and it was edited by this editor named Nikki. I'm sure if Woozy, if you watch this video, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That for its time, and even still to this day, was the most mind-blowing montage as far as theatrics that I've ever fucking seen in my life. I mean, and the theatrics was just like that beginning part, and then like at the end, there's another little part where like throughout this montage, whenever I get kills at certain points, I hit the woe. If you guys know what the woe is, but it just means me up my character after I get a kill, and I just hit the woe. But and this character, the skin was like my Fortnite like storytelling character. It was like essentially me in Fortnite. I wanted, and the reason why I named it Pop Out and why I was standing on top of the wood stairs staring at the rest of the map was I was trying to show that you see the rest of the Fortnite world is very like, you know, natural with the trees and the mountains and the hills and the grass and the water and all that kind of stuff. And like I stood out from the rest of the map with my neon character and the paint and the back bling with the skateboard and even my pickaxe being like neon pink. But I was trying to pop out, and I was trying to pop out with my clips and being like really good at Fortnite as far as sniping and just getting kills and stuff and my movement and everything. I could have done a better job with the mechanics now in Fortnite with being able to slide and run and sprint and stuff like that. But for this time with the mechanics I had in this game at the time, I think I did pretty good with the everything. But song was okay, clips were okay. The transitions with the editing was okay. But yeah, I placed this one a little bit higher than the rest of them, simply because of it was my first stab at being theatrical with edits and just a montage in general. So still showing some little theatrical stuff with the opening of this one. This one's called Let Me Be Sad. I was trying to integrate this song by I Prevail with a song by XXX Tentacion called Sad. And if you look at the title of the video, it's called Let Me Be Sad, which is the name of this song by I Prevail. But then the sad at the end of the title of the video is all caps with exclamation point. That's the way that XXX Tentacion stylized his version of his song. So I kind of mashed them together. And this is kind of where I started to try to be more of like, I was more focused on the music than anything else. I mean, obviously you see the clips are being edited when I get kills, and it's kind of going with the music a little bit, which I eventually got really good at. But I just and at this point I was really good at editing, and I was getting very comfortable with Filmora. But yeah, altogether I think this was a better montage than the rest as far as every aspect. The song choices, the editing, the clips, everything. And saying the clips are good in this game, Black Ops 4, getting clips in this game was extremely hard. I actually stopped playing this game, not because I couldn't get clips, but because it's like, it aggravated me so fucking much. Like, there's a clip, I was watching this earlier during this part, I'm pretty sure it's this part, where I saw the map, I was like, I remember that was the last map I played where I rage quit. And I uninstalled the game. Let's see if I can find it. If it's even in this montage. It's not. It's a different Black Ops 4 montage. I digress. So before I get into this next one, there's some context that needs to be shared with you guys. So, early on in my days of YouTube, and even a little bit before that, I don't actually know if I've ever told the story. I was the leader of a clan called Tricks that was started between me, Woozy, and another friend of ours, Brian. Shout out to you if you're still watching, Brian. But we were playing Call of Duty Ghosts one day, and long story short, we decided to make a clan because we were huge fans of FaZe and the whole, sniping community. We gathered some people. Stuff, went a different way. We were very well known on Twitter for some reason, and we actually had beef with another clan that was called Solar. and I actually got invited to play at MLG Orlando to replace somebody in the clan called Obey competitively, which I turned down like a dumbass. Simply because of my parents. I knew they'd react a different way, because back then YouTube and all the stuff going on now with social media wasn't really big, and they didn't believe it was a thing. But years after we ended Tricks, I still had Tricks in my name, and then I eventually changed it to Anawkie, and I wanted to restart Tricks, but I wanted to go a different route. So I started another clan called Code, Code Clan. Code, I gathered a few of the older guys who were in Tricks who wanted to join Code, and that fell through very fast. I even was struggling to create a logo for it, which our original Tricks logo wasn't even created by me. It was created by another guy who was actually a graphic designer, which I forget his name. He had multiple names throughout the years, but I wanted to bring Tricks back, actually bring it back. And with Fortnite being this uprising, mega, thing that is now, and I was really into it at the time, I was like, I want to bring back Fortnite with Tricks. So the only person besides my younger brother who was interested in joining was my boy Danny. Shout out to Danny if you're still watching too, bro. Hope you're doing good. So I had already made my introduction episode, which I took on a different persona in Tricks the second time around, which was my Code persona, which was Jester. I was Tricks Jester. Danny has always been Echo. So this was my introducing, because back in the day when you joined a clan or a team or whatever, you got an introducing episode, which showed off your skills and such. Well, this is Danny's reintroduction to Tricks in Fortnite, and he shows off a little bit of Call of Duty too. I was also very still at this time experimenting with Filmora with the editing and such. He was really good at Fortnite, and he was really good at COD too. He was a really good sniper in COD, which is why me and Woozy actually met him in a 2v2 game in Modern Warfare 3, which was his game. As much as BO2, BO3, and Advanced Warfare were my games. I mean, really any COD I touch is my game, and I'm not saying that to boost my ego. I'm unreasonably good at COD for some reason. But for some reason, MW3 was just Danny's game, and I'll show you guys. You might be watching this whole one. This is not BO3. This is Black Ops 4, which he was stupid good at too. This is where I met him. Not this next clip, but this map. So this was I forget what the game mode was called, but what he just did, he cross-mapped a throwing knife. He was so fucking good at it. I don't know why, but he got me. I think you have to get 5 or 6 wins to win the game when it's a 2v2. But he got me 3 times, and I'm just bro, this guy's so fucking annoying. And I think Woozy invited him to our party, and on Xbox Live, and we talked, and he's like, "Are you guys in the clan?" Because we were both at this time. We were both. I had Tricks in my clan tags. This was still the Double Dose OG days, but he was Tricks Woozy, and we were like, yeah. And we had a pretty hefty roster at the time. He asked to join, and we both said if he 1v1 one of us and beat us, then yeah. And he said he'd 1v1 both of us, which he did. He beat both of us. It's damn. And so, took him forever to change his name, but when he did, it was shortly before Tricks ended. And then he quickly changed his name to Code Echo whenever I introduced Code. I even have there's a video somewhere on YouTube, I could probably find it, of when I got my internet taken away and I needed somebody to, be the leader of tricks for the time, and I gave leadership to Danny, and he absolutely lost his shit. But yeah, shout out to Danny, bro. All right, so before this one starts, I need to give some context as well. So this is number 10, by the way, top 10. But this one has a lot of sentiment to me. Because when I made this in 2 hours. Me and Woozy were fighting, and I don't remember what for. I think it was over his now wife. Pretty sure that's what it was. But it was some stupid argument we got into about it, and I literally thought that I was about to lose my best friend. And I kept trying to apologize to him, and he just kept opening my snaps, and he wasn't responding to me. He wasn't responding to text, nothing. So I threw this together, and I uploaded it. I posted it on Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, everywhere, so he would see it. And soon after I knew he watched it, we were back playing Black Ops 2 Zombies. This is a compilation of him. So this was a Snapchat video. This compilation of me and him in real life. Some of his clips that I had on my computer, like trick shots, just feeds and stuff like that. Which that clip, we were in high school still. I think we were sophomores or something. This was, I think, senior year. Yeah, because I didn't get my card till the senior, and that's when he had his blue hair. We just got done eating at Shade Drip Shack, but he was staying the night this day. Long ass hair, motherfucker. And making some G Fuel. We were obsessed with that shit. We actually went on Twitter and added them and told them to what he's about to make. No, he's making peach mango. I think that was his favorite at the time. But we told them that they needed to make a strawberry kiwi flavor, which they ended up doing. And we were like, we need some fucking rights to this shit or something. We need some money out of this, because we gave them the idea or some shit. But in that game, Advanced Warfare, me and him, we fucking love that game, dude. Endless hours in that game. I think he was Prestige 10 before we stopped playing it. I think it was Master Prestige or something. But yeah, no, all of this was because I thought I was about to lose him. And he had just showed me this song too, Unbecoming by Starset. We went to Walmart and I was buying him some shit. He got a charger for his phone, which had a light on it he's about to show. There we go. That I bought him something else. Bought him 3 or 4 things. It was $50. But then we went in all those boxes. We started a fire. But yeah, I thought I was about to lose my best friend that day. I think this is when he came back from. He was either basic or AIT. There's Kevin. Good old Kev. I think Josh at the other side of the table, and his wife, Anthony's wife's there, sitting on behind me, and Josh is across from Kevin. I think Jared was there too. Good old days. All right, I'm not being biased. I know I just said this is me, but one of the most badass montages I have ever made, hands down. Song's great. Clips are good. This one had a lot of those long sniping people out of midair type shit. Also, a thing I was doing after every clip is there was an emote where you could do the water bottle flip thing that people were doing back in the day. Sound old saying that. A midair snipe. Long ass snipe. But and I'm about to do it. So I landed it, and every time I do it and you see it, I land it. I wasn't gonna keep it in if I missed it. But you had to actually, like, with the email, you had to actually aim, like, with the water bottle to land it. So that's why I kept those in, because, like, oh yeah, I landed it, as you just saw very clearly. But yeah, the cinematics in this, the edits, the transitions, the water bottle flips, the clips, the music, like, everything is. And I didn't put myself ahead of Danny because it's me. It just, like, when I made his, he didn't give me enough clips to work with, and I kept telling him that. I'm like, I gotta put it out. But I was going off in this one, bro, and I watched it over and over and over again before I put it on YouTube. I'm like, this shit's so fucking good, like. And at the time, Uzi just showed me this album, "Bullet for My Valentine," called "Gravity," and the song's called "Over It." But yeah, it's all around great montage. I wonder what views it's got. 74 views, damn, 5 years ago. My bad. Talk about cinematic. Okay. First real, like, try at a cinematic edit, as you can see. I went hard on this one, I'm not even gonna lie. This was during, like, the peak of my Fortnite era, really. But I did a lot of. Thankfully, you can go in and do different shots. All these shots were by me. And it's called Drift because the character's name, like, this character's name is Drift. And that's the full version of him, and then the other side was the like, basic version you got, which that was my brother that asked him to help me with. Which he was obsessed with me at the time, like my YouTube channel and everything. The edits in this are very clean. The clips are very clean. The music, I think it fits the character aesthetic. And all the, cinema shit that I did, that was a far snipe. But altogether, like, I was so proud of this. I still am. All these clips were hard to get. It was hard to gather this many. I think it was like 25, 30 clips altogether, including the cinema side of it. But yeah, I'm really proud of this one. So I know I said I did all the cinematography for the last one. This one I did not. So all the scenes was not me. I found this on YouTube and I used it, but thankfully everything you're seeing, all these maps, I got clips on all these maps, so it kind of worked in my favor. This is the number 6. Yeah, no, number 7. Sorry, number 7 spot. The edits, like the last one, very clean. I was getting really comfortable with film more at this time. This was one of the first videos I just saw that I made during COVID, February 2020. I was kind of like stopping the overdoing of, like, all the shit, because, like, in earlier, like, even like regular videos, I was just overkilling the edits and everything, which people were enjoying, but to me it was tiring to do all this shit. But the only thing I overkilled was the what's it called, ad libs from Quavo and Travis Scott. But to me, it gave the montage some little aesthetic to it. But everything with this one was good. Song's pretty chill. And I kind of went with the beat too, without even trying. As far as when I got kills and stuff. But yeah, this one's pretty good. So the last installation of the GTF OMF series, the 5th one, as you can see, I kind of went for, again, a more cinematic feel to it. By far the best one, as far as trick shots and everything goes. Edits, song. I wanted to use the song for something for a long time. Mamacita by Travis Scott, Rich Homie Quan, Young Thug. But yeah, I mean, if I remember correctly, even though I watched this not too long ago, most of the clips are Black Ops 3, if not all. But hitting these crazy shots, like I just did a 360 midair and landed back on the wall. This, I will say that was uncalled for. The shaking the screen. But it was hard. I'll say that. Getting these trick shots were really hard. With the, I think at this point, this is Black Ops 4. At the time, I was trying to use keyboard and mouse. I think that one that I hit running on the walls, doing the 360 and landing back on the wall, I think that one was with keyboard and mouse, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it's altogether the best one out of the series. But I just saw in the description I said the final one, and I just put in my coming back video I was gonna make another one, which I will. But yeah, I might stop after like 2 more, like for real, for real. So this one is our number 5 spot, getting into the top 5. This was after a very long hiatus, I believe. I think right after this one, I made a setup tour, the 2021 setup tour. This one was Modern Warfare 2019, and it's strictly shipment, which I know I can get hate on that because it's the easy map to get clips, whatever. But I got some really good clips, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of good one shots and not having to try again, and I was just vibing. And I think the entire time I was listening to this song. I think it's called Vice City by, I think it's called Black something. It's a group with TDE, which I don't think TDE exists anymore. It was a record label that Kendrick Lamar, Jay Electronica, Schoolboy Q, they were all on, which they're all on this song. Black Hippie, that's what the group's called, Black Hippie. But no, this song is super chill. I thought it like matched the vibe with the montage as far as with the clips and the edits and everything, which I still think so. It's just a chill, whatever, and you know the intro with me apologizing for being gone for so long and whatever, which I do all the time. But yeah, it's just a chill, good montage all around. And number 4, we have The Heart, Part 1. So, the whole thing behind this one, story behind it really was, let me turn this down a little bit more. You know, I love this song. So I kind of took from, if you guys know, I know I'm probably the biggest music nerd any of you know, but Kendrick Lamar had a series of songs called The Heart, and it was The Heart Part 1, 2, 3, all the way through 6, I think now, no 5. But he was just trying to get off his chest on how he felt, and with me, I'm doing it through music. I mean, I know he was too, but you know, I throw up, you know, a montage of, you know, whatever game I'm playing to help with that. So this is Modern Warfare 2, 2022, no, 2023. 2022. Whatever year it came out. But I chose this song because of the lyrics. Obviously the ones you see on the screen. This was recent too. I was in a weird place with life, and this song resonated with me a lot. I was in between going or working at the Gainesville Papa John's to going to the Dahlonega store. where I eventually took the store and got fired. But I mean, this song is very personal to Rory, the lead singer of Dayseeker. But mainly the chorus for me is what got me, and that's why I throw the lyrics on the screen and the breakdown. But the whole thing with living in a dream state where nothing felt real, and I mean just the aesthetic of the video, like I mean just this right here, the dream state font and the colors and everything. I took the font from how they use it to what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know the word, but it's the same font they use for the band, right? And then like the band name, and the colors were taken straight from the album cover art for this album, Dark Sun. And a lot of people don't know all this extra shit that I do. I mean, it's really just for me. But I'm into music and like the lyrics and the stories that they tell, and I'm into art and that kind of stuff, and just the way that I, the lyrics I put on the screen, trying to tell a story of how I was feeling at the time, was I was not in a good place. Especially like I think I finished editing this when I got moved to Dahlonega, and I was very heartbroken. And it was me reliving what happened when I worked at Fire Branch, got moved to Cumming, with everything that happened over there, and it didn't feel real. It didn't feel like this could happen to me again, but it did, and I felt like this was a way to express how I felt through music and through what I love doing, which is making YouTube videos and montages and such. And I actually was working on the Heart Part 2 shortly after I took the store. I'll keep it short. But I was working under my GM over there, and I started catching feelings for her, and like really hard feelings. I ended up telling her on her last day, and she let me down easy. I'll give her that. I still talk to her from time to time, but I was working on the Heart Part 2, and I was using a song by Silk Sonic called "Put on a Smile," and in that song, it's pretty much saying how somebody can break your heart, but you have to keep pushing forward and just fake being happy, which I was pretty much doing for a few weeks, and I just broke down every day because she was gone and I missed her and all this kind of stuff, and people there were helping me and going through it and shit, but I ended up scrapping that because I didn't want stuff to, because I don't know if she watches my YouTube channel, her or her boyfriend, but I didn't, because I know you guys know that I posted on Facebook and Instagram and Snapchat whenever I post, and I didn't want, even if she doesn't watch, the one time that she watched it to be, that montage, because it would have been very obvious that it was about her, and I didn't want to lose a friend over how I felt at the time. Do I still have feelings for her? Not really. I think I was just still getting over stuff that I'm still working on to this day. And she showed me attention, and that's my biggest problem is catching feelings for the slightest attention that I'm given from a female, which I need to get over that. But yeah, that's why I really started this series, was because I wanted to, and for you guys who didn't know, that's why, to really show you guys that I'm not just making Call of Duty montages to make montages or put a video up. I'm trying to tell a story, and I'm trying to, in a way, ask for help, ask for advice, and just so you guys can feel. And I mean, I do it in other ways too. Like I'll post music on my stories, based off of how I feel at the time. So that I ask for help without asking for help in very different ways, multiple different ways. But yeah, that's where this originated from. Going to a very different side of montages where we just were. This one was probably my most edited, harshly edited montage ever to this day. Monster and Me coming in at number 3, rightfully so. I just wanted to make something really cool. I wanted to find the music to make it feel cool, and I wanted to edit it to make it feel cool. And this is where I found out how to do speed ramping, which is you guys are seeing throughout the whole montage. Is the editing style is called speed ramping, and it's where you can really make your clips go with the flow of the music, which I think I did a good job with this one. Up until the end, where I kind of made everybody have a seizure with the flashing and shit, which I'll spare you guys that. But yeah, I didn't use the whole song because I didn't have enough clips for it, which I think I ended off on a good note. Because not every montage needs to be like 5 minutes, and I realize that. But as far as, clips, editing, music, I think this one was right next to perfect. I could have had a few better clips. Like this one was just ongoing me snipe, which I mean I'm getting them, but yeah, it was to this day the hardest to edit and the best edit I've ever done, if I'm being very honest. So as this plays, I'll tell you guys a story of what happened here at the number 2 spot. So I quit YouTube for a few weeks, and everybody thought that I was being serious, which I made it look serious by doing this and deleting all my videos. Hey, can I call you right back? I'm recording.
Okay, that's fine. I'll see it.
All right. Sorry, my buddy just called me. But the everybody thought it was serious. I made it seem serious with me. I didn't delete the videos. I just privated them all. But I also didn't talk to anybody during this time. I blacked out all my social media. I didn't talk to anybody. I was just being very like, I don't want to say weird, but I was being very like quiet about it all. I was trying to push people for their opinions, like when I did talk to them, like, hey, how do you feel about this? Blah, 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 blah. And they would voice their opinions, and so like, damn, like, I wish you'd come back. So be like, hey, if you're done, you're done. I'm not going to force you to do something you don't feel like you're doing. But I made this, I started my channel, like it says right there, June 8th, 2014, and I showed the proof here. And this is where I introduced my new intro, and I had all my friends. We all had this like watch party, and this right here, when the intro hits, everyone's cheering and clapping and woo, like it was, dude. Everybody had chills, and I had a video ready to go right after this one. This was my old I'm quitting YouTube prank video where I was like, oh yeah, I'm not quitting. But yeah, it was, I mean, watching it with my friends, it was like having it premiere and everything, like, and then like actually cheering me, and like just that feeling, it was surreal. I actually started crying when they were cheering and shit. And like this, my friends like, oh, we didn't know you were like that, bro. Like we didn't know you were that good at COD. And it was just like, stop. Like y'all gassing me up for no reason. And it's like, no, like you're fucking, like you're cold, dude. Like, and I brought back the lyrics on the screen. So it's the same thing. I'm telling a story. So this one, so I was telling story about how, YouTube was taking a lot from me, and I didn't know if it was worth it, and was I just, riding on this high of becoming famous off of this and making a living off of this, or was I just gonna fail and keep failing and whatever? Which, in the chorus says, "Am I, living a high that I won't let down?" Which, in a sense, I am. Still to this day, like, just hope that one of these videos goes, super viral and I can make this my career. But in all reality, I don't think it's gonna happen. I mean, if I'm being brutally honest. But this specifically, so like this, like part during the chorus, it's stylized to the band Rain City Drive, who the guy's singing now. And the next time that the chorus comes around, it's the band Dayseeker, who we heard before. It's style, like the lyrics are stylized to them. But all the lyrics I'm putting on screen, every time I do it, there's a meaning behind it. It's how I feel. And I'm trying to show, like, I'm physically showing you on the screen the lyrics that are being said in the song is how I feel, and I want people to understand that. But it just goes, hand in hand with, like, me making these montages with, doing something I love doing. But no, this day was surreal. I mean, and I had the video that was ready to go to drop in like a few hours. Like, oh, when's your next video coming out? And I was like, 2 hours. Like, really? I was like, yeah. I was like, I can drop it now if you want to watch it. And I moved it and we dropped it, or I dropped it and watched it right then and there. And even then, they were laughing their asses off and whatever. And it was a great day.
I have an announcement today, and I am. So I just wanted to tell y'all that I'm quitting. This is probably gonna be my last video. I say probably, it is my last video.
So number one, I mean, is it really a shocker? Glass Heart. Turn it down a little bit. All the way Nick down. So same thing as before. I mean, I put the lyrics on the screen. I showed me in the past, saying that I was gonna quit. And I don't know if I've told anybody this, but this was gonna be it. I was in my mom's basement making this video, literally crying. And I'm just using old clips from videos before, and I was like, that's a wrap. Like, I'm done. So this right here, if I take back what you meant to me, just like you took myself from me, or my self-belief. So the point behind me putting these lyrics on the screen for this song specifically was because it's how I felt. I felt like I was putting my all into this for so long, being doubted by so many people, like people I lived with, my family, close friends and stuff like that. And there was one person who always believed in me, and that was my friend Josh. And when I dropped this video and I wiped my channel, he literally like called me and he was like, "Everything good?" I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Your new upload, what's up with that?" I was like, "Oh, I'm done, dude." He's like, "You serious?" And I was like, "Yes." And when I told him that, I was being very, very serious. Like, I had no intentions of coming back and making any more videos. Like I said, I was done. I was very done. And even towards the end, at the breakdown of the song, there's you see the lyrics on the screen, and they're like vanishing. So at the beginning of the video, you see me doing all the past videos of the vlogs and stuff, and me saying I have an announcement, me saying I'm quitting YouTube. Like, that was me saying it without like me in that time saying it, because I was too upset to say it myself. I like the whole time, like from when I put my intro on the editing software to the end, when I rewatched it over and like this is it, I was crying the whole time. Downloading the videos of the clips that I was using in this video, downloading the song to use, like I was crying the entire time. Like I had put so much work and so much effort into these these videos and all these years, and the 300 plus videos I have now. Like it didn't seem like it was worth it. But yeah, no, that was gonna be it, really. But obviously, like I said a minute ago, with everybody texting me and calling me and asking me about it and all that, I changed my mind, as you guys can see. But like I said with my my comeback video a week or two ago, however long it was, I'm still gonna be like uploading and stuff, but it's not gonna be as often as normal because I have a lot of stuff to work on personally. But I mean, the dream of being a YouTuber is far gone. I mean, if I'm being honest. But yeah, I really had to hammer home on the whole, why I started making these montages more personal, for you guys to understand that it's not just a montage of Call of Duty clips with music behind it. It's more to that. And even moving forward, it's going to be more to that. But yeah, like I said, I didn't think there was going to be anything. That's why we watched all of them. I didn't think there was going to be anything that was going to top this one, if I'm being honest. I considered making Medicate Me #1. I was like, no, Glass Heart had more impact. I mean, when Josh told me he watched it, he told me he literally cried. As he said, end of an era. But which I mean, I know he's my close friend, and most of my other friends are too. But I didn't think that I could make a single person feel that way about my YouTube videos. Yeah, there's a lot of memories on there as far as like, the time that we were in when the videos came out and what was going on in our personal lives in the world and everything. But that's why I started this, was I enjoyed doing it before I knew you could make money off of it. And even now, like, I'm not making money off of it and probably never will, and I still enjoy doing it. I don't care to think that there's any competition. I don't care to think that I'm pleasing or displeasing people. I mean, I'd like for people to enjoy my content, of course, but I'm gonna put out there what I want to put out there, like I've always said. I mean, yeah, I'll dial back on the montages, like I said, but as far as that, and like I've always said, if you guys want to continue to see me make videos, and I just need the feedback from you guys. Other than that, I'll just keep doing what I'm doing and go with the schedule I have. And talking about schedules, that's another reason why the uploads won't be as much. I mean, if you guys want to see, like when I get to it, my weight loss journey, and more vlogs like day in the life, like hell, if you guys want to see me deliver pizza tomorrow when I go to work, I'll fucking show you guys how that works and shit like that. But yeah, like I said, I didn't think there would be anything to top this one, if I'm being honest. There's too much sentiment behind it, more than anything I've ever made, and too much sentiment to other people when it dropped. So if you guys did enjoy, please drop a like. If you guys are new to the channel, please subscribe. Become a son of Anarchy today. Until next time, I've been Anarchy. Stay different. Peace the fuck out.